Yeah, so listen, last week, just in case, we had some issues of people not being able to hear. So if you do want to speak, I will pass the megaphone. Hello. We'll probably take down the volume just so that everybody can speak if if we're not hearing you, this is a tool for us to be able to hear everybody. Everybody can hear me, right? All right. So, I thank you guys for coming. I've had a chance to sit in a few meetings. Again, so I would like everybody to know that I'm pretty much in the same boat as everybody here. I'm a layman. I don't understand more than you guys. Some of you have read the bill much more in depth than I have, but I'm still learning just as much as you guys are. All right. The only thing I'm trying to do is use my platform to try to bring as many people together under one roof and try to figure this out, because we are a small enough city that we can actually gather up in numbers and make something happen.
Yeah.
So, a few things that I just want to and I'm going to try my best to speak without opinion, more or less. I'm just going to try to speak on what I've heard and the things that have been said. So far, I've heard around the way that the Grasso bill is not in effect anymore, that it's been AKA dissolved or something like that. According to what I've heard in the meetings, that's not true. A bill doesn't just dissolve and go out of nowhere, especially one that's been around for 30 years, signed off on. Somebody grab that bill for me? So the Grasso bill has been around for about 2 years, or so. It's been through hearing. It's been through a hearing already. It's been signed off on. There's still much more to be done to this. This bill right here is a draft. The mayor's bill is a draft and has not gone through any hearings. And the mayor is trying to get that hearing put into effect so she can try to make this bill law. Last week we were talking about how we don't have much time. And that's right. Let me get on my thing in a minute. But last week we were talking about how we don't have much time. I take that back. After sitting through everything I've heard, everybody, the main constant through most of the meetings and what most people said is we have a lot of time. As a matter of fact, if anything was to go into some sort of process, everyone that I've heard speak was projecting nothing happening till the end of the year, just based on speculation, the way things have been moving. Now, obviously, a lot of people have heard that the mayor had wanted to push for a hearing, I believe, in June or July. October. In the beginning, I heard it was June, so they're pushing, okay? But from what I heard, it's not as easy as quick. As we all know, the DC administrative process takes a lot of time.
Yeah. I also think that it's got that DC's got to get its new budget.
More time for
clarity.
class.
Bill as well. It's got their budget's got to get passed, so they might pass it legislatively, but it couldn't go in effect until they got a new budget that allowed them to get cannabis.
Some redundant information. Much of you already know. Harris is still around. Harris has been the blocking rider, and I think there's an abortion rider and a gun rider, from what I heard, and have also have some sort of effect on the way things are going here. So Harris is still at large. Harris is still in charge of a lot of things that kind of make a lot of obstacles for us here. The budget season is over the first week of June, so that falls into play of what you're saying. This is very true. The budget speaks a lot. If the budget, if it's not there, they don't care. If it's not in the budget, they don't care. So the budget season's over the first week of June. Grasso is trying to get a hearing, and there is, the mayor trying to get a hearing. So essentially, the other thing I wanted to speak on was, this is very redundant, but we all should know that we are in DC, and unfortunately, whereas a lot of people bring up a lot of points where they're doing this over there in California, they're doing this over there in Washington State, they're doing this over there in Massachusetts. We're not a state, so as you already know, and maybe I'm just preaching to the choir here, we're not being represented by anybody who is really who lives and understands the culture and the community here in Washington, D.C. These are most of the people that are here are passerbys or representatives from another state that only understand the culture from their end of the deal, from where they come from. And some of these people are coming from places like Ohio or somewhere in the Midwest where they're not seeing it the way we do. So a lot of the people that represent us don't really have us in mind because they don't really understand us. They don't live in this city the way that a lot of us do, or work in the city the way that a lot of us do. A lot of them are transient to the city because this is a transient city without representation. Except for private Congress, the Congress pretty much decides what's for us, and obviously, they're not always, they don't always have the same experience that we may have. The reason why I said that we have a lot of time is because throughout history, this has been a subject that has been tried throughout decades now. So, believe it or not, this is the closest we've ever gotten to where we've ever tried to before. That being said, that adds on to the fact that there is not really a rush for this as much as we think there is. We have a lot of time to contemplate it. It doesn't mean that we need to sit on our ass and just let nothing happen, but it gives us enough time to get prepared.